Good afternoon and welcome to the In the Shooter's Pocket podcast, episode 3 with Jake and Tom. What are we going to go through today, Tommy?
Today we are going through some news that has happened in the past couple of days, recap a little bit of the Summer League, and go through our first over and under segment and doing the Atlantic Division in the East.
Alright, but first, some news. The LA Clippers have brought in a couple of unks and a couple of legends. So Bradley Beal has gone once he passed waivers. He'll sign a 2-year, $11 million contract with the Clippers in a buyout from the Phoenix Suns, and Chris Paul will join the Clippers again since, when was his last season? What, 2015 was it?
I think later.
Maybe 2016.
16
Yeah, 2016 was his last year on the Clippers, so he's returning for, which will probably be his last season, so year 21, on a $3 to $5 million deal. I'm not sure, but
I think it's $5 million.
Chris Paul joins the Clippers. Bradley Beal joins the Clippers. So, what are your thoughts, Tommy? What are your thoughts on the Clippers?
I think they're two really good signings. Chris Paul can come off your bench. I predicted this one that he would be there. Makes sense. It gives him a chance to possibly win the championship because they're in the hunt. And
Played all 82 games last year too.
Yeah, and then he gets to run the bench. Bradley Beal, a great pickup, only 11 mil, so you paid him $5 million a year, and he averaged 30 points not long ago.
That's why it's a good pickup, because it's not
because he's on
50 mil.
Yeah.
So Bradley Beal on $5 million a year, missing 30 games. You'll take that.
But if you look at the top 10, Harden, Beal, Kawhi, John Collins, Zubac.
Pretty solid team.
Chris Paul, Chris Dunn, Derek Jones, probably Bogdanovic in there, Batum, and Brook Lopez. So that's pretty solid 11 right there. And then, I don't know, I think John Collins is going to have a field day with James Harden and Chris Paul. He's going to have one of them on the court at all times. So
I reckon, do you reckon we'll see jump shot John Collins, or we'll see Atlanta Hawks Collins?
More Atlanta Hawks. He'll dunk a lot more.
We hope so.
I reckon. He'll still shoot because he's got space to fall with Zubac. So.
Yeah. I think 48 to 52 wins this team should win, I reckon, next year.
Yeah.
They've got
should be at least a top 4 seed, to be honest.
Yeah, two All-NBA caliber players.
Ooh,
that's right, man. If they choose to go Beal off the bench, potential 6-man contender.
At the 2.
But I think it all just comes down to, can Chris Dunn and Derek Jones knock down triples as well off the bench? Because you've got Chris Paul. I mean, that bench is like the point guard and, shooting guard and potential backup center are pretty old.
Yeah.
I mean, Bogdanovic, Brook, Chris Paul.
Well, Bogdanovic can get back to his best. That will be good.
Yeah, he had some moments in the playoffs. But I don't know. I'm not sure about Brook Lopez. I know he's 7 foot, but the Cliff.
He's better than Ben Simmons.
He is better than Ben Simmons, but that's not that hard, really, is it?
Yeah, but he's a lot better than Ben Simmons.
You were saying he was all NBA.
Okay, mate.
Anyway.
Yeah, we can just stop there. Anyway, Brook Lopez is a lot better than Ben Simmons, and off the bench, he should be able to produce.
Where do you have him? So you got him 4v5, like a 4th or 5th?
They should finish 4th, I reckon. I think they should be behind us, Nuggets, and Rockets, whatever order that is. I reckon they're the 4th team.
Are they better than a healthy Mavs?
Yeah, but
Lakers?
We already know Kyrie's out for.
Okay, healthy Lakers.
Maybe yeah. They should be. I think
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
I mean, they made the 5th seed last year, the Clippers. So, by what they did last year and what they got in the off season, they should be a top 4 seed at least.
Yeah, you got to think with the team they have. I guess Kawhi can sort of take an even more, bigger step back on offense and sort of just come in and hit the 20 a game, hit a couple of game winners like he did last year. Collins, he'll probably be at 15 and 8. But I would expect Zubac to get back to All NBA. I don't think there's any excuses with him. And then the second sort of, I wouldn't call it big signing, but another signing that happened was the Marcus Smart to the Lakers. They had to waive Goodwin, who had some nice moments, I guess, for them, and they had to waive someone else, did they not? They had to...
No, they waived Trey Jameson.
Trey Jameson.
But they
that's
signed
it,
Koloko
yeah.
instead.
So, Marcus Smart to the Lakers. I was high on him coming to the Grizzlies as another veteran presence and maybe starter and bench player, but just didn't quite work out for them. He finished his season on the Wizards last year, but I think Marcus Smart, when he's healthy, can be a really good contributor.
Yeah, well, he hasn't played... Last time he played, like, a decent amount was, I guess...
when he was 28, so for Boston, and that was the year they... Was that the year they made the finals?
Yeah.
Yes, that was, so... His last pure season was...
I mean, he averaged 14 for Memphis, but he only played 29... I mean, he played 29 games that year, so...
But again, his last 2 years have been on teams that weren't necessarily contending, but he goes to the Lakers team. And does he start?
I think if he's...
I think if he has a really good preseason...
Yeah, if he's healthy and he's back to his best, I reckon he'll start.
So do they go...
No, he won't start.
You don't reckon they'll go he at the 3, LeBron 4?
It's small. That's
small. It is very small. He's only 6'3", but...
No, he won't start. They'll start LeBron Rui. And
he's only
18.
31 years old. I thought he was a bit older than that.
No, he's fine. But,
yeah.
I mean, they needed some perimeter defense at some point.
Shooting splits. Let's get the shooting splits up. He is a volume 3-point shooter. We know that. The good thing about Marcus Smart is at his best he's able to actually take it off the dribble.
Yeah.
At times, some criticism on Boston was he was trying to do too much. But I think with a ball-dominant guard like LeBron and Luka, those catch-and-shoot threes.
Reeves as well.
If he's healthy, expect to see some 5, 6, maybe even a 7 3-pointer game from him.
Yeah, well, I think they just need a perimeter defense, and to get him for nothing is pretty good because at the guard position they don't have much.
And Goodwin was pretty.
He had solid moments.
He had solid moments, but sometimes it was 4 on 5.
Yeah.
So.
But he gave effort. I like Goodwin.
Yeah.
So I hope he gets another.
Is there any
on a different team.
Any other signings or trades that you're sort of... We're getting to the tail end of the off-season right now, but...
Yeah.
Do you reckon Simons is moved from a team like Boston, like that we're going to talk about? Is, Quentin Grimes, where's he going? Cam Thomas?
I think the main ones are Grimes, probably. He's the main one at the moment, because he seems like he won't go back to Philly. Thomas will probably go back to the Nets, but it depends how that's going to get done. And then Josh Giddey, I guess, is the other one, the fellow Aussie. He hasn't signed that extension yet, and there seems to be a few disgruntled moments between them, apparently. So yeah, I think those are probably the 3 I'm waiting to see. The rest are like, it's like Chris Paul today. It's like,
Al Horford.
Yeah, Al Horford, but he might retire.
Absolutely.
A guy like that, it's like he could help a good team, and whoever he signs with, he's going to be good. We know that.
Yeah. There's not a lot of needle movers right now. There's just a lot of maybe solid 10-man players.
Yeah.
Maybe 9, I guess. But anyway, we'll get into our over and under. So we're going to be going through all the divisions.
Before we do, we've got to recap the Summer League.
Oh, yes.
We got to go through the Hornets winning their first championship. Conker did look pretty good. Just a quick recap of it.
Yeah.
Watch the game. It is some shocking hoops at times.
Yeah, it is.
It is hard to watch, but it's good fun. And Con hit the dagger 3 and won MVP, so it was good to see that. And I just wanted to give the Hornets a shout out for winning something after Paul George said that they don't have a winning culture.
Yeah.
Got to give the
my recap is like it's just fitting that it was Kings Charlotte.
Yeah.
It's just fitting. Yeah. I wish we.
I do like Nick Clifford though. For the Kings, I
like it.
Their new pick.
Devin Carter played okay during the whole sort of Summer League thing, but I'm just not really sure about the Kings and what they're doing. But that's our Summer League. We did
quick little
go back to episode 2. We sort of went through it a little bit more briefly with our 2 favourite players, someone that we're sort of disappointed with. But we're going to go over under divisions, starting with Atlantic and moving our way through the East, and then we'll go and start with the West. But the 4 teams, we have Brooklyn.
5 teams.
5. Boston, Brooklyn, Philly, New York, and Toronto. And we will start with Toronto Raptors.
We're starting with Toronto, are
Yes,
we?
sir.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to say we got these over and unders from FanDuel.
FanDuel.
Because the Australian sports books don't
We're
have
lame,
them out
bro.
yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got it from FanDuel. We'll start with the Raptors then. Their over and under is 37.5. So, what are your thoughts, Jake, on that? They won 30 games last year, just to
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't be touching this team.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon at their peak, 40. Like, that's with no injuries. But we haven't seen Ingram play in a long time. We haven't seen Barnes string a lot of games in a long time. Quickly missed the whole season. It was basically RJ Barrett last year.
Pirtle misses a couple games.
Pirtle missed a couple. They re-signed him. Like, look, their starting lineup. Who's got a better starting lineup? Sacramento Kings or the Toronto Raptors?
I'm taking the Kings.
Yeah, but they're still both just mid.
Yeah.
They haven't really done much. They lost really just Chris Boucher, possibly, and they added another forward to the roster.
Murray Boyles. He looked good in summer league.
He looked good,
yeah, I think
37 is a lot.
Yeah, I think we're both on the going to take their under.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 33.
Yeah, so I reckon around that mark. I think after winning 30 games last year and they didn't really do much difference in the off season.
They fight though. They're a fighty team. Got some nice young pieces.
I think as you said, the injuries you don't want to, and I think there's just a lot better teams out there. I don't know what the Raptors are doing. I could easily see them beating 37.5, but I'm not going to bank on it. I'm going to be betting they're under.
30 was high last year. They should have only... they won a lot of close games last year. It should have been 24.
Yeah.
25,
So, yeah, I mean, we don't know what the fit with Ingram's going to look like and stuff. So, I do like their coach, Darko. Yeah, so, but, I think around the 33 to 35 mark, they'll probably win and probably be a playing team you would like. That probably gets you enough in the East for the playing team. But yeah, anything else to touch on the Raptors? They're just a mid-team. It's going to be interesting to see them, though, with if quickly Barrett, Barnes, Pirtle, and Ingram are all playing. How's that going to fit?
I've got a feeling with the Raptors, if you want to return to the playoffs, you want to return as a 4th seed or a 3rd. You don't want to return as a 7th seed.
Yeah.
You want to...
You don't want to play your Cavs first round.
No, you want to really make your mark, even if it's a quick first round exit. You don't want to have to fight. What's the point of the playing tournament,
Yeah.
So, second team. We'll go with the Boston Celtics.
Boston, we're on
Boston. They're it's 43.5. They won 61 games last year, but lost JT to a Achilles tear. Porzingis traded to the Hawks. Holiday gone. Craig gone. Cornette to the Spurs, and possibly Al Horford. And they didn't really gain much. They gained Gaza, Minot, Gonzalez, Niang, and Anthony Simons in the... Yeah, he gained him in the Holiday trade. So, where do you have them? Do you have Brown making All-NBA this year?
I reckon... I don't know if he'll make All-NBA. But I do reckon they'll win over 43.5 games. I think Boston... They're a good enough team. They've got a good coach. They jack up a lot of threes. They've still got Jaylen Brown, who is an All-NBA player.
White.
Derek White is a great player. Simons is a good player. And also, I'm forgetting. But yeah.
Jordan Walsh.
But yeah, they have a good enough team to win some games. The only thing is the center position, which worries me a lot.
Yeah, MIP Luka Garza, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do there, but I mean they might make some more moves. Well, yeah, they still got Pritchard. I mean, Hauser can hit a couple shots. Who else they got? It's not much, but I think it's enough to win 44 games, especially in the East. If they were in the West, they're not winning 44 games. But
it's got a pretty good home court too.
Jaylen Brown and Derek White and Simons and Pritchard are enough to beat a lot of these teams. That's enough to beat the Raptors 3 times out of 3 in the season. So I think they're gonna win 45.
Yeah, but Simons might not be there at the start.
Yeah, but I'm going off right now. If you look at 45 wins, I mean that's what the Pistons did last year.
That got you 6th. Yeah,
I think they can do that.
That's insane when you look at it right there.
So yeah,
I've got them making the play-in.
So you going the under?
No, I'll go. I'll take 44. I'll go 44.
44, so just
I'll
over.
say they go. I'll say they hit it. 43, 44. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got. I think that's a good
Yeah.
line. Like the Raptors one, I look at and I'm like, oh, kind of like I think that's an easy under. But this Boston one, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I think they can still. They're still a good franchise and organization to play for. So I think they could get some buyout players. They could add some more players in front. Like, add a Boucher. Could get another guy.
I think the other thing
Ben
is
Simmons was linked to them, wasn't he? He was.
I think the other thing is the way they play is enough to win a lot of regular season games.
Only problem is like how many Derek White, Pritchard,
Yeah.
how many of those can you get?
I do like Gonzalez, a new pick.
Yeah.
But is he going to play much because they have a lot of guards?
It's just going to be a real starting lineup thing.
It's I'm
gonna hit that.
It's going to be interesting to watch Boston this year.
Yeah.
Especially right now, they've got no center. Like Gaza, I mean, they're probably going to start Tillman at the center right now, if you look at it right now. So,
you look at it, they lost Tatum, all NBA. Probably, top 6 player in the NBA when he's healthy.
Yeah, well,
Lost Craig, he didn't really play much, but they also lost Cornette, who had some, big moments.
I mean, they got Neemias Quater.
Yeah.
As the starting center.
I think Niang will probably be.
He'll hit a lot of threes.
He will.
He'll shoot a lot of threes.
He'll hit a lot of threes and probably give up a lot on the other end. But yeah, the center position can be all right if they were third. I don't know. I mean, Tillman was okay during their championship run.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're sort of. I'll just have to see how they go. So I'm hitting the over.
Yeah, hitting the over too. I think they're just too good of a franchise to not hit the over.
And then can we go to?
No, let's go to Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn.
We'll go to Brooklyn.
Okay.
I mean, we saw Brooklyn. They won 26 games last year. In the offseason, they did lose Cam Johnson, D'Lo, Watford, and I mean maybe Cam Thomas. We don't know where he's going yet. I think he's going to re-sign. And then they added Terrence Mann, Porter Jr., and then their draft picks in Demon Wolf, Traore, Powell, and someone else I didn't have there as well. But yeah, they got a decent. They won a lot of these 26 games at the start of the season.
Yeah.
With Schroeder, Finney-Smith, like all these vets.
And then the injuries started happening to Thomas.
Yeah.
They obviously lost Cam Johnson.
But like their starting point guard is a rookie, and then you got Cam Thomas, Zaire Williams, Michael Porter Jr., Claxton. I mean, Keon Johnson, he was alright last year. Terrence Mann, Traore, Wilson, Clowney, and Sharp. Like, that's not enough to win 20 games.
And who knows how good Porter's going to be with that shoulder.
Yeah, so...
I mean, for me, I think they're the worst team in the league.
They could be. I think the Wizards are a bit better than them.
Yeah.
Or the Jazz. The Jazz might be.
At least with the Jazz, they have an all-star.
Yeah. Well, all-star a couple of years ago.
Right.
But yeah. I
just don't think they have anything to play for.
I think they just swap with the Hornets right now. The Hornets won 19 games last year. I think they win less. I think they win.
Yeah.
Like
The Nets are interesting to me, man, because isn't it funny how 5 6 years ago, they got fucking Durant and Kyrie. And it was like, oh my god, they're a big team. They got Griffin, and they just got everyone, and now look at them. Obviously they've got all the draft picks and stuff. But, what do they do? Do they keep drafting, or will they become a destination again?
I think they want to become a destination.
Yeah, they should. I think the Knicks thing was cool, when it was sort of rocking. Because, the Nets, I don't know. So...
But I don't think there's much to touch on the Nets.
No.
I think we all know that they're going to be bad.
They should try to be bad.
Try to go for the number 1 pick. And yeah, they've got a lot of rookies and a lot of guys that are going to handle the ball for them that haven't done much. So I just think... Well,
how many do you reckon they'll hit on? All the draft picks they did. Surely one of them...
Oh, you have to hit on one.
You have to hit on one.
You have to. If you don't, then that's...
I haven't... Wolf and Tim, I haven't minded what I've seen from them.
From Wolf?
Yeah, Wolf, sorry.
Yeah, he was...
But he handles the ball a lot.
Yeah. But, Demon... I think that's how you say it. Igor Demon. I don't know. but I'm skeptical on him because he was like pick 8.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical on him because
Bit of a
he's not a
reach.
good shooter.
It was a reach.
And then I mean, they should hit on one at least, and then try go and get the number 1 pick next year.
I think the thing they also have is they have Claxton, who they could use as leverage. I think Claxton and Kessler,
Sharp as well.
and Sharp, like, those are some centers that teams might want.
Yeah.
At the deadline to sort of get them over the top. So.
But
See how we go.
Yeah, not much to talk about on the
So
Nets.
I'm hitting the under.
We're both hitting the under. I think that's quite obvious. Let's go to the other team across
Doris
the
Burke's
bridge.
favourite team, the New York.
The New York Knicks.
Yeah.
We all know the New York Knicks. They didn't do much in the off season. Well, they added a couple key pieces, but like not too much. But they won 51 games last year.
New coach.
New coach actually. So new coach. They've possibly lost Shamet, Precious, and Dylan Wright, which they didn't do much during the season. And then they gained Yabusele, who was good for the Sixers, and Clarkson. So they gained more depth, and they got a new coach who will play those players as well, Mike Brown. So what are your thoughts? Do you think they go over 53.5?
I think they go... I'm gonna go... oh, God. I think they're going to win the same amount.
You reckon 51?
I'm going to go under.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, new schemes. Like, Mike Brown, he's a defensive coach. But he has been with good offensive teams. So it'll be, cool to see how that goes. I think last year, Anunoby he didn't really get injured that much, did he? Hart was healthy. Towns missed a bit he missed a bit, didn't he?
I think he missed a couple. Yeah, I think a couple games he missed. I mean, Brunson missed 17.
Brunson missed 17. So, I mean, the one that really killed him was that game in LA when he really stuffed his ankle up, and that sort of cooked his chances because he wasn't eligible, or no, he was because he played
72, so
Yeah.
he played most of the season.
What was did Brunson make All NBA? Or
Yeah,
he did.
just made
He
it.
just made it.
He got 60.
But like there was a lot of times where McKell hit that game winner against Portland, sort of keeping them alive. I'm not too high honestly on the Jordan Clarkson signing. Robinson's all right. He seemed to sort of find his feet a little bit in the playoffs. Gershon, bet on yourself, and now he's on the Knicks. He'll be on a playoff team, not like last year. Clarkson, I don't know. McBride, he had some nice moments last year. He's been developing all right, but Clarkson. I mean, will Breen like him? You've seen the video. Will Mike Breen like him?
Well,
he's a shot maker, but
on the under on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna under, but I'm still saying they get 50.
Yeah,
54 wins is a
54
lot.
is a lot.
Like, how many teams won 54 games last year? Three. 3 teams won 50.
But then 7 teams won 50 at least.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say they get. I'm gonna go. Yeah, they're gonna get 52.
Okay.
Not 54. That's a lot.
Okay. I think they're gonna go over.
Really?
On the Knicks over.
Wow.
They won 51 last year, so they have to win 3 more games. And with Boston, who won 61, are out of the race. Like, they're not going to win 60.
So that means Anne Hathaway has to go to every home game.
Or Suni Lee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're going to get to 54 at least. I think they could win 50, 56.
I mean, if anything, their starting lineup is it's a pretty good starting lineup.
Yeah, well, if you look at it, Brunson, like you said, Brunson missed 17 games. He's all NBA. So if he plays 5 more games, they probably win 2 more of those. That's 53 wins on last year.
I mean, could they possibly move Hart to the bench and go Anunoby and then Gershon at the 4?
They could, but
is that a possibility?
It is a possibility.
Because sometimes Hart did slow them down. Sometimes.
Yeah. But I think Brunson playing more games, I would assume. He's usually healthy. Mitchell Robinson is back. Hopefully he stays healthy. And then adding Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson, I think, is enough to win 3 more games in a weakened East, especially with the Pacers going down as well. And Mike Brown, I think, is a good coach. I think it's good to get some change of scenery over in the Knicks. And yeah, you probably won't see as much of Bridges or Hart getting exhausted because they're not going to play as much. So
I mean, it'll be. I mean, Clarkson hasn't been on a playoff team since Mitchell's last season, on the Jazz, and that that was what 3 seasons ago.
yeah,
So it'd be cool. I mean, it'd be cool
and
to
they're
see.
going to let him fight.
It'd be cool to see him in the Garden.
Like he's going to have the role of
hit 4 threes in a
just
game in a
jack
row,
up
maybe.
everything,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
and they've got
I'm not saying he's a
McBride.
bad scorer. I'm just saying he's a bit old now, and
Yeah.
he hasn't played competitive basketball in a while.
Well, they've got McBride. He's good. He'll play more minutes. I just think they're destined to win a lot of regular season games. And with the Pacers out and Boston out, like getting a lot worse, I think the Knicks will be the 2nd seed.
Yeah.
And
Well, they should be.
And I reckon they'll win 55 plus.
It should be Cavs Knicks,
Yeah.
if anything. And Pistons and Magic trying to chase them down, but we'll talk about them in another episode.
Yeah, no. So I am really, really keen to see what the Knicks do. I'm excited to watch them.
They're fun to watch.
They're a fun
great.
team,
Yeah, they're
and
great.
there's probably going to be more ball movement since Tibbs is gone. I mean, it was a lot of Brunson ISO. I mean, Brunson is great. I love watching Brunson.
But those ankles couldn't take it, man.
It's going to be fun to see McBride play more, Clarkson shoot the ball, and Yabusele also help a playoff team. So yeah, I'm going to take their over. So that's is that the first one we're opposite on? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you're going about 52. I reckon they're gonna blow that. I reckon they're gonna win like 57.
Damn.
So, yeah, I really like the Knicks.
What's the most amount of wins they've won with Brunson? Was that the most?
I think that might have been the most.
51. Yeah, because they were like 49, 50.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm high on the Knicks this year, especially with the East getting weaker. I mean, that might cost my Boston Celtics pick. They might go under just because of the Knicks, but I'm going to stay with Boston over. But my last one, the last team, you want to go through it?
Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes.
41.5 over under. They won 24 games last year, and I think we all remember they started off really bad.
Like 1-10.
Really bad. And the signs, everyone that said Paul George and Maxey and big three sort of got shut down really fast, and it was the rookie show really. They had
McCain was
McCain. Yeah, he was leading rookie of the year and probably until it was him and Wells. So they gained Edgecombe, who's showed some really good signs in the Summer League, Jabari Walker and Watford, and they lost Yabusele to the Knicks. And this one's an interesting one, but Quentin Grimes, he wants a lot of money. Not many people can give him a lot of money. In fact, I don't think anyone can.
I don't think many people want
to give him. Although I was giving Sportsbet a lot of money because over 25, it was so nice. But I'm gonna hit the. It's so hard. It's so. This is the hardest team.
It all relies on health.
Like Embiid could make All NBA second team, and it's like, oh my god, they've won 47 games.
Yeah, well, if we look at their games last year,
and Maxey's an All-Star in the past too.
What did they What did they play last year? Let's have a look. Embiid hardly played any.
I mean, last year was a great opportunity for players like a Justin Edwards or a Ricky Council. I mean, he showed some good signs as well.
Well, it's good for McCain. He got to have a bit. Even Oubre got to have a bit of a step up.
I forgot who Schifino was on that team.
I don't think he's going to be on that team. Grimes, as we mentioned, but he might not be on the team. But Embiid played 19 last year.
Yeah. And he didn't shoot well either.
In those 19 games, he averaged 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists on bad shooting.
Yeah.
But still, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Paul George played half the season, 41, averaged 16 points, 35% from
really
three.
Bad.
But if he gets that 3-point up, I mean, you'd expect him to be better if he had Embiid and Maxey around him. And Maxey only played 52 as well. And he was really good. I mean, he shot bad. Yeah. His 3-point went down, but he
adds 20. A quickness to the offense.
And he was getting like triple teamed.
Yeah, he can really turn it on.
I remember some games he had to jack up.
There was 30 shots.
I had him in 35, my fantasy.
Yeah.
If you look at this, he had at the start of that season, when Embiid went down,
11 for 27. Yeah,
he had to jack up some shots. Yeah, 32, 25, 23, 31. That's 4 games in a row right there.
That gets you tired. And they went 1-3. and the one win they had was in a 1-point overtime win when he had
Well, he had
45,
45.
and yeah, so
Yeah.
we know at his best he's he was pretty good in the playoffs the year prior against the Knicks.
Oh, he had a great playoffs.
So look, it's 41, and 41 last year got you
The 7th seed, I
the
think.
7th seed.
Yep, 7. So Orlando won. So you need 42, and Orlando won 41, which was the
So
7th seed.
and look, the Bulls we all think are going to take a step back, and so it's literally like and do the Raptors who are the Sixers better than the Raptors? That's the question.
I think so.
Like, wow.
Yeah, well, what are you doing?
Show it again.
41 and a half.
Oh my god. I'm gonna say they hit. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 42. I'm gonna go over. Ah!
Here we go, just over. Okay.
It's Embiid, man.
Yeah, I'm on the Sixers train.
You are.
I mentioned this in another.
You said 66 wins before.
I did not say that, but I mentioned it in the other podcast. Sixers. I just love the Sixers.
Yeah.
Maxey is one of my favorite players. So I hope he stays healthy. Embiid's Embiid. And Paul George, for what he did in OKC, I'm a fan of him, but it was rough last season.
Will there be a buyout?
But no, he'll stay.
He'll stay.
But yeah, I'm gonna hit their over. Yeah, like
24 that's low. That's
really bad.
That's really hard to do.
But if
no one played really, but even when Embiid did play, it was like, dude, just don't play.
All three of them played together
like
just 5 times.
Yeah,
I felt like
just don't play, bro. Just sit out.
But I'm gonna hit their over 41 and a half. I think I'm just banking on the health.
Yeah. Well, that was a really outlier. I mean,
yeah.
Prior to that, they were a perennial 47 to 50 win team.
Yeah, we all know that they'll hit that over if they're healthy. If at least 2 of them play 60 games, that's going to be over.
Yeah. So to recap, Boston Celtics, I hit the over.
I hit the over, but I'm starting to rethink it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it's tough, man.
Because you have to hit some unders here and there.
Well, okay, so and then Brooklyn, we both agreed under. Philadelphia,
both agreed
over. Knicks, I had under, you had over.
Yep.
And then Raptors, I had under. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Boston one concerns me a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That is a lot of wins.
What we do know is that they have probably, the second or third best, give or take, GM going around. So you might wake up tomorrow and they have Ja Morant on their team. I don't know. Stuff happens, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they all of a sudden have.
They all of a sudden they're
on
they're under the first apron somehow. Like it should. Stuff happens. But anyway, who will our next conference be? Let's sort of give a preview to our next episode.
Yeah. So
I reckon we hit the Central. You want to hit the Central next?
Yeah, probably the Central.
Central then Southwest.
It's an interesting one where we got the Bulls.
Southeast, sorry.
And then you got the Cavs, Pistons, Pacers, Bucks. So a lot of interesting teams. A lot of teams.
Honestly, a pretty like that.
That's going to be.
That's
good.
Probably is that the East best conference right now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. It is. Because in Atlantic 1 you got Brooklyn Raptors.
That used to be good.
Southeast you got Hornets, Wizards, and then the worst teams in the Central, the Bulls, probably Pacers this year. But I think they're both better than the teams we just mentioned. All right, so that is our Atlantic over and unders. Make sure to tune in for the next one for the Central. And now it is on to our next segment. What is it, Jake?
Our burning questions.
Yes, let's dive right into. All right, so on to our first burning question. We've only got 4 today.
Yeah.
But our first one will be the surprise. So a surprise All NBA or All Star. So you get to choose either. Jake, start us off with your pick.
I'm gonna go with this. Sort of ties into question number 2 as well, but I'm gonna go Scotty Barnes makes the All Star game this year.
Okay.
I think the small forward position is sort of up for grabs. That's why I was going to put the Thompson twin in there, but I'm going to go Scotty Barnes. He hasn't been an all-star in a couple of seasons now, but I think like if your team, we saw with Lauri Markkanen when he made it, if your team is sort of 500 or a couple of games above 500 when the all-star game's on, you can make it, and then after that your team can fall away and nothing can happen. So I think Barnes puts up the numbers if he gets his shooting splits right this year, plays good D, and the Raptors are sort of maybe 8th or 7th by the time the All-Star game and they're healthy. Why not give him a go? Okay. And that's sort of similar to your player as well, who is
Jalen Johnson from
indeed,
the Hawks.
Indeed.
I think Jalen Johnson was very close to getting that last year until he got injured. But he was pretty close. It was him and Pascal fighting for that last spot near the end there. I think the Hawks are going to be good again. And yeah, as long as he's healthy, I think he'll be making it. I'm pretty confident in that pick. So as long as they're good, and he plays like he did last year, probably a bit better. He rebounds, defends, shoots, scores, and playmakes as well. So he does a lot for them, and I think he'll make it after. He was very close to making it last year, so yeah, I think he's gonna make his first All-Star game this year, for sure. So yeah.
All right. Well, sort of a similar. Some players fit into this mold as well, but comeback player of the year for you.
Yeah. I've got a big one here. We talked about him a bit earlier.
This is big.
Bradley Beal. We obviously know what he's done on Phoenix since getting traded there. He didn't do a whole lot. There was a lot of stigma around his contract as well. So there was a lot of media just saying he's even worse because of his contract. But yeah, he's going to be my comeback player of the year on the Clippers. He doesn't have that much responsibility on there. You got Kawhi, you got Harden. He gets to play a lot more off-ball. And if you look at it last season, he still averaged 17 points. He just shot he shot 50% and 38 from a 3. So that's pretty good. And then the year before with Phoenix, he averaged 18 with 43% from 3 and 50% from the field. So I think with Harden playmaking, because they didn't have a playmaker in Phoenix, Harden playmaking, Chris Paul playmaking, Zubac running that paint will help him a bit more.
They had Tyus Jones.
Anyway, Kawhi also playing. I think you could see him getting those Norman Powell stuff that he did as well. And I think Bradley Beal can get back to averaging 20 points and being a really good player on a contending team.
All right. So. At their best, Levine or Beal?
Levine.
Nice.
Bradley Beal is I think he's just gonna be an impact player on a good team, and because his contract's not as high, no one's gonna care as much about whether he's playing to his value of his contract. So I think he's gonna have a lot more media people liking him this year. But who is your comeback player of the year?
I think a lot of people want to do this guy, but they just don't have the balls. I'm gonna go Zion. Every time he comes back, it's like, him and Morant, they miss a lot of basketball, and then every time they come back, it's just a monster game. I mean, when Zion comes back, they say he's got bad knees and he's too big, he weighs too much, and he comes back and does a 360, just 360 windmill. I was like, what the hell? A very efficient guy in the key. He makes a lot of shots. His field goal percentage over his career is 58%, and a majority of that
60% from twos.
Yeah, is from the 2-point range. So, you're not expecting a lot from 3.
I mean, he averaged 24 last year.
He's able to get to the line, and you look at his counting stats. So he's a 2-time All-Star, or is it 1 time? No,
2-time.
2-time All-Star. I think he can make it back there. The team around him just needs to be solid enough. He needs to be just able to get to the All-Star game. Once he's able to string together a few weeks of basketball, Oregon will be awesome.
Yeah,
And who knows, maybe he gets traded.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick from you. We know when Zion actually plays,
he's a demon.
He's one of the best players in the league, and he's a for sure All-Star. So, I couldn't agree with you more on Zion. As long as he's healthy, comeback player of the year, I think easily goes to him. I mean, he played 70 games 2 years ago.
And they made the playoffs that year.
Yeah, so, I totally agree with you with Zion. That's a really good pick from you, and I was devastated when you stole him from me at the start. I thought of him first. So, this one we're going to tie into because we didn't really speak to him at the start. Damian Lillard did go back to Portland,
Yeah.
which was interesting. I did not think he was going to go there. I don't think many people did. But yeah, this is going to be a question about Dame, and you can also touch on if you like the move back to Portland. Will Damian Lillard, once back from his Achilles, whenever it is, will he be back to his best or near his best once he is back?
I'm gonna say yes. Sort of is it a big contract? I mean, 3 years, 42 mil
It is a lot of money.
for a guy that's probably gonna miss, probably the whole of the season. You'd say.
But you're going to pay Dame that.
Absolutely. I mean, he was fringe All NBA last year, made the All-Star game. At worst, he's going to be clutch. He's going to be a pretty good 3-point shooter. Although last year he had some rough stretches, but just under 25 a game. So and a solid playmaker as well. So
since 2018, he's only missed the All-Star game once, and it's when he played 29 games. So. I mean, he shot what?
And he's known to put teams on his back. But when he comes back, like Scoot Henderson has some great mentors right now.
Yeah.
Lillard, Holiday. I mean, those are two guards that prove it that you can make it as a defender and as an offensive threat. So I think he'll come back on the bench.
You reckon?
I reckon he'll come back on the bench.
Okay.
I mean, it really depends where. I mean, they could be fighting for a playing spot. We never know.
Yeah.
I think they should be.
Yeah. Okay.
But
no, I agree with you there. I think
Achilles are tough.
Yeah, especially at the age of he'll be 35 when he comes back, or 36. But yeah, I think Dame's gonna get back to it. Well, I just hope he gets back to near his best, at least 22 points probably.
Wow, it includes there's a no trade clause.
Well, I think him being back in Portland, he'll be a bit more happier. He won't have too much stress on him to go out there and carry them to the number 2 seed or whatever it is. So yeah, I hope he gets back to his best, and I really like the deal for Portland and Dame, because it's going to be good to see Dame back in that uniform, and Portland, they don't they only benefit from him signing on a really small money for him. And they benefit, as you said, he gets to be a mentor. So, I really like it, and I think he'll get back to near his best, not his best, because that's just gonna happen. It's not gonna be his best, but he'll be back to near that, and I'm just more hoping he does get back and doesn't have any more issues after that. So yeah.
Now this next question was pretty tough, but who's going to be the coach in the hot seat for you?
My coach is a Western Conference one, and it is Chris Finch for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I've picked him because they've had 2 years in a row of making the Western Conference Finals, and they both times, they nearly made it. No, it lost in 5 both times, didn't they? Yep. So they haven't looked good both times, and Anthony Edwards is only getting better. Randall looked okay last year, and Gobert. Yeah, I don't think it's Chris Finch's fault half the time.
Well, he came back from that knee injury, bro.
Yeah, well,
he came back. He's a fighter.
But I think he is in the hot seat because I think, the Timberwolves will look at it if he doesn't get us back there, or even the second round. In the West, you never know. I think they're gonna make the second round, but if he doesn't get us back there, or if he does get us back there and doesn't compete once again. I think he's going to be in the hot seat, and it might be time for a change of scenery over there. I might not think it's his fault, but yeah, I think,
I mean, at the end of the day, it will come down to lineups. He's going to have to try and find a way to get Anthony Edwards to possibly make more.
Yep.
What are they going to do with Conley with his age? They've got a couple of rookies, but only, they don't really have their guard depth is probably what they need to work on the most.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo, Dillingham.
And they got to hope that Terrence Shannon actually turns in the same.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
A solid season.
And Gobert again. We all know that I know that this team will get to the playoffs. I know they'll be a solid regular season team, but it's how can they counteract Randall's poor shooting. They had some issues closing games last year. Namely, there was this one game against the Milwaukee Bucks, which I think caused seeding problems, where it was a 20-point. But, yeah, like, how do they go with doing more small ball lineups with Naz Reid at the 5? Because Gobert he is getting up there in age.
He is, yes,
he is getting up there in age. But we all know what he provides. But yeah, Chris Finch, he's a good coach. But you can't knock a guy for making the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. But you just don't want to see a first-round exit.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean they lost some important players as well. So yeah.
And let's think back-to-back years. People had them losing to Phoenix, and they had them losing to Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't blame Chris Finch, but just because coaches are the first to get blamed. Like you saw Tibbs, they won 51 games last year and they made the conference finals, and Tibbs still got fired. So at some point they need to change the scenery, and I think Minnesota will look at it and be like, yeah, we need to change that. So
I mean, he certainly backs his players. We've seen he's pretty vocal.
Yeah, no, I like Finch as a coach. So, but who is your coach in the hot seat?
I thought it was tough, man, because there's teams in the league where we're like, all right, this coach isn't getting sacked because I think everyone acknowledges that this team's not the best. And then there's teams, like the Lakers, Redick's one season, Ime Udoka just led his team, and we've won the championship. So, and Kenny Atkinson, I'm going to go with Tyronn Lue. And only because I think he has a really good roster. This is a really good roster.
It's the best roster they've had.
It's probably the best roster he's had since...
On paper.
Yeah, on paper. He's been a pretty good coach. He's actually got the longest active... I'm reading here, the longest active streak in the NBA for consecutive winning seasons, with 4. He's made a conference finals, but since then they've been second and first round exits in back-to-back years. So they lost to Denver last year and then to the conference champion Dallas Mavericks the year prior. So I think with the team he has, more depth means, Kawhi should play. I mean, I think Kawhi acknowledges that he does need to play.
Yeah.
Harden, you had 2 All-NBA players last year, basically. Zubats has improved. So I'm not knocking Ty Lue. I'm just, can this team get to the conference finals? Can this team get a 3rd seed? We'll see. I don't know.
No, I think, this is Ty Lue. He's had a couple chances at it. I mean, we all know Ty Lue has been a good coach, and we all like him. So it is going to be interesting.
More the Clippers.
Yeah,
it's more the Clippers.
Yeah, it's more on the Clippers. So it's going to be interesting that if they don't do anything in the playoffs, or they first round exit again, it might be interesting to see if he gets fired, because they have a short window. They have this year and next year, basically.
Next year.
But I mean, Chris Paul's not going to be there next year. We know,
Collins
said he's probably going to be.
I believe he's a free agent next year.
Brook Lopez is it's the unction. People calling them the unction. So
well, you think about it. Most of their key players are on 1 to 2 year contracts.
Yeah, so Bradley Beal's got 2 years, so they don't have a big window. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah,
I mean, you saw in the playoffs they really desperately needed that second scorer. I mean, Kawhi against Denver.
Who that is now? My comeback player of the year, Bradley Beal.
Right. Yeah.
Bradley Beal.
Well, I mean, if we're talking super teams, I mean, this team,
they're good.
They're pretty good. Not super team, but Kawhi against Denver, and I thought they were winning it when he did that 40-point game.
That was.
But then it's Kawhi. He doesn't have the conditioning or the help needed, and they let go of Powell, which I think was the right decision.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Collins hasn't been on a good team in a long time. He's had one real. Has he made the playoffs since that?
I don't know.
I think it was Heat versus Atlanta, and I think that was his last playoff run.
Yeah.
Ever since then, he's been just rotten.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
I think there's some good choices. Both in the
Who's their best player?
The Clippers.
Is it Zubats?
No.
You gone Harden?
No.
You gone Kawhi?
Been healthy, it's Kawhi.
Wow.
It's pretty easy, Kawhi.
I don't know.
He had 40 in the playoffs.
One game.
When he's healthy, he's the best player.
But he's not.
Yeah, okay.
Zubats is
If we're taking
Zubats is 2014, couple blocks, 20 points. Absolutely.
Did he average 20 points last
I think so. Well, let me get it up. Let me
But
freaking get it up.
if it's not Kawhi, I'm going James Harden because
Yeah.
Zubac gets all these points from James Harden. I love Zubac, and he was really good.
Ivica Zubac. Here we go. Ivica. Last year. Okay, sorry. 16 points, 12 rebounds.
He was a really good defender.
62%. He...
6 in DPOI.
Yeah, 6 in DPOY. He made all defensive second team.
Yeah.
You know, one
I
block a
still
game.
think when healthy, it's Kawhi.
And he really improved his playmaking last year.
Yeah, I'm not knocking Zubac.
I know.
But
I normally do,
yeah.
don't I?
Yeah, you have a couple of times, I think.
I have,
But
yeah.
no, their team is.
But he's in
pretty
his
solid.
prime.
So yeah, I think those are some pretty good burning questions there. Really enjoyed
I
that.
have, yeah.
You want to wrap us out today?
Thank you all for joining us with the In the Shooters Pocket podcast. Yeah, have a good day.
Well, we'll see you next episode. As we said, we'll go through the Central Division over-unders, and then hopefully there's some news, some free agency news. So
Yeah. Set your alarms for Ben Simmons joining Boston.
okay, your favorite player, Ben.
Sheesh, he's a fisherman.
Well, we'll see you next episode, guys. Catch you later.